What the fuck's up, everybody? How's it going? This is the Uninformed Banker, and I'm Gerald. Today we're going to talk about Bitcoin, because it's being adopted by El Salvador as an official currency. What the fuck does that mean? Well, it means you can use Bitcoin at any store or anything like that in El Salvador. Now, there's a lot of potential issues here. Number one, I don't know jack shit about crypto. But I don't like crypto simply because I don't like group thinking. And there's a lot of group thinking that goes on with crypto. So that's why I'm initially wary of it. I'm not saying it doesn't have merit. And if you know about crypto and understand the stuff behind it, I would love to have you on and to just have you fucking explain it to me. Because right now, it's basically like multivariate calculus. It's basically a myth, the way I view it. But from what I understand, Bitcoin is being adopted as an actual currency by El Salvador. Now, does this mean that a lot of other economically fucked up countries are going to follow the same thing? And what could that mean for Bitcoin? That could be good. But here's the issues I see. I see the U.S. likes having the dollar basically to use as a weapon. That's why we impose sanctions, etc., on everyone, because the dollar is used to trade commodities. So oil, steel, anything like that, it's all done through the dollar. And the U.S. likes to use that as a weapon, which I think isn't the smartest play. Like, yeah, I use it every once in a while, but give it a beat. But we use it left and right because we're like, it's our go-to weapon, which I think is a really terrible policy, because eventually someone's going to go, you know what, I'm fucking tired of you beating me over the head with the US dollar. We're going to figure out a way to tell you to go fuck yourself when you impose sanctions using the dollar. So that's why I think we shouldn't use it as a weapon as much as we do. But sadly, I'm not in office yet. You wait. I'm looking at some of these motherfuckers that are in office right now, and I go, well, in the past couple of years, I go, well, if they can do it, I feel like I can do it. It's like the first guy from my math class that made it up there. Except all of my math class made it up there, and we were remedial. Like, what the fuck? Anyways, getting back to it. The U.S., I think, is going to somehow try and combat that, because they don't want other countries that are more closely tied to us using Bitcoin as a way to get around that. Some of our allies and stuff, we don't want that. So they're going to encounter some pushback from the U.S. government because, yeah, the decentralization is great, but, well, actually, I don't even know if it's great, because I look at it as, well, now you can have a Bitcoin whale literally just tank El Salvador's national currency, and they don't have, like, interest rates that they can, like, well, I guess they could raise their rates, couldn't they? But wouldn't that mean that they have to, like, mine Bitcoin or buy it and how would they buy it if they only have Bitcoin? So that's where I'm, like, running into this. They either have to mine it themselves to produce more of their own currency, or they need to go out and buy it, but their currency with their actual currency, I think. Yeah, it's really confusing. So if you know someone that knows anything about this shit, tell them to talk to me, because I'm fucking confused already. I'm spinning myself in circles. But basically, anyone can fuck with their economy now. I mean, anyone could fuck with their economy before, because it was basically in shambles, and that was pre-COVID. But they, like, now you have, like, Elon, or I don't know who else has Bitcoin, but some of these big Bitcoin guys just go, fuck it, I'm taking some out in cash. And one of your national currencies is down. Now, I don't know if they got rid of their old national currency. I really should have researched this more. I read an article on it, and I thought I was totally fine. And let me get back to the article. Fuck it, I'm not getting back to the article. But, yeah, so Bitcoin is officially an official recognized currency of El Salvador. So I could see that being a pop. And if other countries start following suit, because I could see that being the way that Bitcoin gets adopted as, like, an international currency, is that a bunch of the smaller, really economically fucked up countries basically go, ooh, this is a way for us to reset our economies by getting a new currency. And so they all adopt it. And now, because of all these small guys are using it, like one of the big guys goes, all right, it would be easier since we're dealing with all these small fucked up countries for us to use it a little bit. And then it gets adopted by, you know, some of the bigger players, France, Germany, etc. And eventually the US dollar will be like not used as much, I'm guessing. I don't know. This is all just playing out in my mind on how it would be adopted. But I guess that's great for Bitcoin. But the biggest thing I could see for crypto in general is moving to proof of stake, not proof of work, which is basically, hey, I'm giving you this memory, which I think would be a great thing, because that would, number one, get rid of all the, well, not all of it, but it would get rid of a lot of environmental concerns, at least short term. And it would be a lot easier, you know, like, hey, here's my memory, because we need more and more memory. Because think about it, every person, there's more people being born every second than there are people dying. So each person needs at least one hard drive. I mean, how many gigs do you have on your phone? I got like 500, which is, I thought would be totally fine, and I'm wrong. Like, I'm fucking filling this thing up a lot quicker than I thought it would be. But anyways, so I got like 500 gigs on my phone, and that's just me. So now times that by 300 million, which is the US, and I don't even want to do that math. That's like what, 1.5 billion? That's times 15, that's like 150 billion or something. I don't know, I'm probably wrong on that. But that's a lot of memory. That's a shit ton of TV shows, you know. You can watch The Big Bang Theory for the rest of your life. But I'm excited to see what this brings for Bitcoin, and what it also brings for other correlated crypto tokens, such as Ethereum. I really want Dodge to go to the moon, just because that would be one of the greatest Cinderella stories. Yeah, this currency was made up as a joke, and it has a picture of a dog, and then it became the international currency for trade. And yeah, now we all have Dodge coins. Like, that would be a fucking Cinderella story. All right, well, that's all I got to say about Bitcoin. Have a great day, everybody. Bye. What is up, everyone? This is the Uninformed Banker, Gerald here. So I did a little bit more research, like about 5 more minutes, on Bitcoin in El Salvador. So basically, this is a slightly more informed opinion, not a real opinion, but basically they made it an official currency. They didn't like replace their currency. So it's an official currency of theirs. Apparently they use the US dollar more than whatever they have for a currency, and that really screws up their economy. And their economy's screwed up anyways, because apparently 20% of their GDP is actually people from outside of El Salvador sending money to their families. Like, it's 20%. Like, a fifth of their economy is people that aren't even in their country sending money back, which it makes you sad for those people, like, that for their families, that's what they got to do, and they're so far. But I digress. Anyways, apparently over there they got entire towns, like there's a beach town, which sounded kind of cool, that last year they set up a full Bitcoin, like all the infrastructure's there to accept it. They were doing groceries, they were doing rentals, everything. Boom, bam, bang, all Bitcoin. They've partnered with a company called Striker. So if they're listed as a public company, I would invest in them, because they are providing all the infrastructure for people to accept Bitcoin, do Bitcoin transactions, this and that. So this seems kind of like a net positive for El Salvador, because one of the biggest things is to make money in economics, you got to be first, or you got to cheat, or there's a third one that I can't remember. But either way, oh yeah, you got to be first, you got to be smarter, you got to cheat. And they're first. So they even set up a fund for crypto. So if they can capture even a small amount of interest, which I think they will, that could be a huge, huge, huge thing for El Salvador. So this president was really smart in doing what he did, because even if Bitcoin as a whole isn't a great thing, this is great for their country. This is going to help them out. This is a net positive at the end of the day because they get more resources flowing into their country. They get more interest and possibly more investment, because if people can do more transactions there and it's a little bit safer, then that could be like a new safe haven for crypto miners and crypto. I don't even know what the whole industry is about. I really need someone to explain this industry to me. But it seems like a net positive for them. I wanted to do an update because I was a little confused on my last podcast about what was going on, because I was confused as to if they were replacing their currency or what was happening. They're not replacing it. Hell, I don't even know if they actually have a currency, because I know most of the stuff is done in the US dollar over there. But now this is an official currency of El Salvador. So, hey, good for you, El Salvador. Killing it. And I guess this is a net positive for Bitcoin. Maybe it'll get back to 60,000. Imagine if this had happened when Bitcoin was at 60,000. Holy shit. That would have been higher than Senator Sucks. Like, it would have been really fucking high. But it didn't, so hopefully this is the balance for crypto. What I see now as headwinds are going to be, there's going to be a few things happening. Bitcoin is going to get headwind from, obviously, China. We've already had that. But they're also going to now get it from the US. And as more countries do accept it, you're going to get more headwind from the developed countries, such as the Bank of England, and I don't know about the EU, just because everything is there's so many countries that it's difficult for their central bank to really, like, there's so many interests over there. So I don't know exactly what will happen there. And the US is definitely going to oppose it because we like wielding the dollar as a weapon. And I think most of the rest of the world is fucking tired of it. I would be. I'd tell us to go fuck ourselves. I'd be like, no, we're going to use Doge. We're going to use, like, I would be sick of the US, like, using the dollar as a weapon, which they do all the time. Anyways, have a great day, everyone. Bye.